Thursday night when the coverage will start right here on Fox. Chris, always great to have you with us. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Gerard. Thanks, Robbo. Great to be with you on the eve of the finals.
You've got untimely suspension, you've got unfortunate injury, you've got slightly uncertain form. Are you maintaining a bit of optimism against all of that?
Gerard, this is my 6th year of coaching the Brisbane Lions, and we've built the place on optimism, mate. I think we're a pretty resilient group. We've had hurdles to overcome in the past, and this is just another little one. These things happen, but I've got confidence in the group that we put out on the field on Friday night. On Thursday night, that we'll put our best foot forward.
People from outside the club, Fags, are questioning the character of your group, which is really interesting. As Gerard said, it's been a difficult period, but the character of your group has been questioned. 4 times you've made finals in the last 4 years, which is a really difficult thing to do. What do you feel when people are questioning your character?
Well, I haven't heard it, but I guess it's disappointing. I mean, it's a very tough competition in the AFL, and when you've got a team that's been able to do that, that says that we've got a fair bit of character. And I even look at this year's results, and we've been beaten badly by Melbourne twice, but outside of that, our other losses, Geelong beat us by 10 points at their ground, Freo beat us by 14 points at their ground, the Tigers by 7 at the MCG, and that they're not bad losses. Our season's been pretty solid outside of the Melbourne losses. So if you put it into context, 15 wins and 5 fairly narrow losses in the other 7 of the 7 losses, it's a reasonably good and strong season.
Right, you got the Tigers. We all know what the Tigers have been doing over the last couple of years, Fags. Is it all about Richmond? What's the split? Is it mostly about you, 90% how you guys play, and 10% of what Richmond does? What's the mix?
Oh, in your preparation, you always have to have a look at a close look at your opposition and what they do to beat teams, which we've done today. From now on, though, the focus is on what we need to do. I think that's pretty standard across most clubs, but we're fortunate enough to have played Richmond 3 or 4 weeks ago, so we've got a pretty clear picture about how they go about things. They've been in great form. That they've probably hit their straps at the right time. So we know the game on Thursday night is going to be full on. It's going to be a tough game, and we're looking forward to that opportunity.
Can you just open the door into your coaching a little bit, Fags? You got your line coaches. I know that. Do you speak to the group as one group? Do you speak to the line group, or leave that to the line coaches? Or are you a one-on-one? You might call in a Lockie Neal or a Hugh McCluggage, a Berry. Are you that sort of coach?
Oh, I think I'm a mixture of all of those, Robbo. I'll go to the line meetings and listen in, and if I feel the need to speak up, I will. I spend a lot of time with individuals. I try to talk to every individual in the team each week, and usually I succeed, unless we've got a really short turnaround. And obviously, as the senior coach, get to speak to the whole group at our team meeting after our captain's running on the day of the game.
The state of readiness for a finals campaign, Chris, sort of separate to the the setbacks that you've had. The progression through the years. So we know that you're 1-5 in finals. The big winning was against Richmond in a qualifying final, and you've spoken about the accumulation of experiences that's required for a team to get to where you want to be. How seasoned do you feel that this team is entering the 2022 series?
Well, we should be getting there, Gerard. I look at the Richmond team that we play, and remember back when Dimmer, got them into 3 elimination finals in the row, and they couldn't actually win, and then they missed the finals completely, then came out and won the premiership the year after that. So, and I think if I'm a bit of an historian on the game, and I look at teams and their progression towards hopefully winning premierships, and usually there's a few disappointments along the way, and I feel like we've had those in the last 3 years, and we haven't been poor performers in finals. We've won one, and we've actually lost one by 1 point and another by 3 points. So it's not like we've been, beaten up in finals. We've actually done quite well, just haven't quite been able to get over the line. But I'm just hoping those experiences will harden us and prepare us for what lies ahead. That's the aim. That's the way I've always coached the team, that we learn from the experiences that we have to try and improve and get better, and that's the aim on Thursday night.
Round 20, we all know what happened. You led by a long way and the Richmond come home. So when you look at that game, do you concentrate more on what you did in the first half, or do you actually show them, when the momentum was going with Richmond, what you guys were failed to do in the second half?
Yeah, we probably focused equally on both. I mean, there was a lot to like about the way we played in the first half, and you know, not too many teams were able to perform like that against Richmond. And then in the second half, what did happen is critical to what we look to do on Thursday night. So you acknowledge both halves of that game. There wasn't much in it at the end. I think with 10 seconds to go, there was 1 point in it. They had a great first half, a great second half. We had a great first half. So there was a lot to learn and take in, and hopefully, you know, we've been able to learn those lessons.
Are you planning for Dustin Martin to play?
Oh, well, it looks like that's the way it's going. I mean, we're up here in Brisbane. We don't get to hear the news all the time, but looking on the AFL website and various other news sources, it looks like that's going to be the case. So it's great for the game that he'll be playing in the finals. Hopefully, he doesn't play too well, but you know, it's good to see him out there.
There's some terrible news about Marcus Adams today, Fags. The fact he's not playing right now is a minor issue compared to the worrying concern that he's out for the rest of the year. I mean, can you talk about someone's private medical health at the moment?
Yeah, well, obviously him playing again, secondary to him being able to fully recover from the concussion that he suffered against Carlton. He obviously hasn't come on as quickly as we'd hoped, and you know, right now he's not training at all. He tried to train last week, and just the exertion of running some laps sent him backwards a little bit. So our medical staff quite rightly have ruled him out for the year. I'm hopeful for Marcus's sake that he can make a full recovery, not from a football perspective, but just from a personal perspective. I was chatting to him tonight. His spirits seemed quite good. It's one of those unknown things as to, you know, what will transpire over the next weeks or months with it. But hopefully he comes good quickly. He's in good hands, and all the right things are being done as we speak.
How concerned is he, Chris? I imagine it would be a very unnerving time.
Yeah, he's worried about it. I mean, he's optimistic that he'll come right, which is great, but he's also, on the other hand, fairly nervous about it, and you know, hoping that he will come right. So it's a bit of an unknown time for him, I guess, and a difficult time. But no, we'll wrap our arms around him as a footy club and make sure he gets all the help and expertise that he needs to hopefully get over this and first and foremost make a good recovery.
Fags, I want to go back to the game. Thanks for talking about that. It's a sold out, and a rollicking Gabba is a fantastic occasion for football, and I imagine it's just fantastic for your group as well. Right now, going into that game, the footy world is jabbing at Brisbane. They're not tough enough. They're not good enough. Their good players aren't standing up. From outside, it's like they're under siege, and you're going to have a sellout Gabba crowd. Can you respond to those comments I just made? How's it making you feel?
Oh, we're very much looking forward to playing at the Gabba on Thursday night. We've had fantastic support from our supporters over the past 3 or 4 years. I think we've had a few sellouts this year, which has been outstanding because we're certainly a long way away from that a few years ago as a footy club. We love the noise that they make. They really give the team a lift when they get behind us, and you know, that's a considerable home ground advantage to us, and we'll look forward to their roar on Thursday night. And you know, certainly we've got to play in a way that earns that, but that's what we're aiming to do. What
about the rest of it? That you're not tough enough, you're not good enough, your players aren't standing up in big moments. You know, look, we've beaten 3 teams in the top 8 this year. You know, Collingwood, Swans at their ground, the Western Bulldogs. I think that's all based on, you know, the last game that we played. To be quite honest, you've got to judge a team
over a period of time, to be able to win the number of games that we've been able to win over the last 4 years in the home and away suggests that we're a little bit tougher than what maybe people are talking about at the moment. I actually haven't listened to any of it, to tell you the truth, Rob. I'm hearing it for the first time, but I can understand why that's being said, but the only way that we can answer it really is by the way that we perform on Thursday night, and hopefully we can do the right thing and answer the question.
Well, there's a great sense of eagerness for it, Chris. Thank you for your time and good luck for what's about to come.
Thanks, folks.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Thanks for your support. Cheers.
Good on you. Chris Fagan, the Lions coach, with us in Brisbane. We're going to head west. Fremantle hosting an elimination final, their first appearance at this time of year since 2015. Justin Longmuir in his third season with the Dockers, about to get his first taste of finals as coach.
The Moment, brought to you by PointsBet.
16 days after saying farewell to the Freo faithful, he'll get to do it again, David Mundy. There's an elimination final to be hosted at the ground on Saturday night. It will be a sellout crowd as well. The Dockers' first time into the finals since 2015, and the last lap for David Mundy at home, at least. And then they'll hope to the road thereafter to close out his playing days. So I imagine this will be a stirring purple scene that will take place in Perth.
Would he have thought that at the start of this year, that he'd be running out in a final? Probably not, but they're here. That's fantastic.
Well, if he'd listened to his coach, he would have. They are on the schedule that Justin Longmuir laid out. Justin, great to have you back on 360.
Thanks for having me, guys.
What's the feel in the town? What's the feel with your faithful as they go back to the finals for the first time in too long?
Yeah, it's definitely a buzz around town. Our fans have been really good support all year, but yeah, I've really seen them pick up over the last fortnight and become really excited. It's actually our first home final at Optus Stadium, so I look forward to seeing it packed out in purple this weekend.
What's your approach, Justin? You've played in finals, you've experienced it on the Collingwood coaching staff. How have you determined to approach the week?
Yeah, lay it out as similar as we can for the players. Obviously, the buyer puts a different little spin on it. So we trained pretty solidly on Saturday. We had 15, 16 players play at Peel, and they had a good win. So, yeah, this week will be very similar to what we've set up throughout the year. We want to try and keep things as similar as we can and try and stick to what works.
Third year coaching, first year in the finals. Well done, Justin. That's a terrific effort. But you're not here to make up numbers. You're not saying to the group, oh, well, we'll see how you go and play well and play hard. I mean, are you dangling a carrot now that it's possible, because we've got to the finals, is it possible to go all the way?
No, absolutely. I've not said we're here to make up numbers. We finished two points off second spot on the ladder. We've put in a big body of work this year that's earned us the right to play finals footy. We earned 60 points, and we're going to go into the finals, trying to win every final we play in. So, the players are really excited about the prospects that lie ahead.
It's funny, finals decides everything. You got to be ready, and the players have got to be ready. Do you feel, and everyone says, oh, the young Dockers, are they ready? In your head, tell us what you're saying to the players, why they are ready to make a huge name for the Fremantle Football Club.
We've spoken at length this week about sticking to what works, and I think when we play our best footy, we've been really strong in the contest. We've been able to score and we've been able to defend the ground really well. So, we've shown consistency in all three phases of the game across the season. So, I think we've probably played some of the best team footy in the comp this year as well, where we haven't really relied on any individuals. We've done it as a collective. So those sorts of things hold you in really good stead come finals.
What were your recollections of finals, Justin, in the couple of years that you played them, and what you learnt and what you might impart?
Well, really, once the game starts, it's a similar game at higher intensity, purely because you're playing the best sides. But there is a lot of distractions around the week. Fans come down to training, your front page of the newspaper, there's a lot of media wanting interviews with different players and coaches, for example. So, try and maintain the same sort of preparation as best you can, and avoid the distractions that can sometimes creep into your head. So, spoken a lot about trying to avoid outcome-based thinking and remain really process-orientated.
Really great coaching performance and playing performance last time you played the Dogs. You took an enormous amount of marks and really robbed the Dogs of what they do really well. Gerard tells me earlier it's going to be a bit wet over there for your game on Saturday night. Does that mean you have to have a major shift in strategy and use of the ball, or is it back to those fundamentals that you were talking about before, about hard at the contest, just get the ball moving forward?
Yeah, it definitely does have a bit of an impact on the way you like to move the ball, but still the fundamentals of the game are most important. We weren't good enough in the contest against the Bulldogs last time, so we've gone to work on that over the last couple of weeks, and hopefully we can get our stoppage work and contest up to the required level and play the game in the front half. And if you can do that, the scoring opportunities will look after itself.
We've got Bailey Smith on film right now. You would have had your spies there at training today. What are they telling you? Suspect he is playing or not playing?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I didn't have any spies at training today. Maybe there's someone sitting in that bin in the back. But yeah, we expect him to play. We'll prepare for every opposition at their best, and we'll get our players to prepare for their best, and we'll see how selection rolls out on Thursday.
So you referenced the contest against the Bulldogs. There was a lot else in your game that worked, and that is recent form. What is that worth to you in your planning and for your confidence?
Yeah, I think it does give our players really good confidence. We had a session today where we looked over that game 3 weeks ago and picked out what we liked and worked on some improvement areas. And I think our last 3 weeks has given us a lot of confidence. Probably the scoring hasn't been there in a couple of games, but there's a lot to like in the way we've played those games. So we go into the finals full of confidence and ready for whatever challenges lay ahead.
You were talking before about the evenness of the group, and there's no doubt. We've all seen that watching the game, but at the same time, we've all admired Andrew Brayshaw and the way he's gone about it. What was your one-on-one conversation with him after he won the MVP? I mean, how proud of you were of your player?
Extremely proud, Robbo. He's really come of age in a lot of aspects, and my message was pretty simple. I see it as a reward for effort because I don't think we've had anyone on our list work as hard at their game as Andy has, and he's reaping those rewards now. So, I know he's the ultimate team player, and these individual accolades will be humbling to him, but you've got to accept them on the way. And I'm sure he'll. Go on to even bigger and greater things. He's developing in so many different areas. So, I'm really proud of him.
And is Nat Fyfe ready for a final series, Justin? He got the one hit out to blow the cobwebs out. What's your feel on your champ?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good preparation. I described his GWS game as a nearly game. He did a lot right, but probably just didn't have the polish to finish it off. He's worked really hard over the last couple of weeks. He had a really good session on Saturday, and we're hoping he's ready to go.
Terrific. Good luck for Saturday night. It'll be a big occasion in the West, I'm sure.
Thanks, lads.
Good on you.
Thanks, Justin.